Okay. So in this lane in particular, we have Shadow Demon, Troll, and Chen starting the tri lane versus a Darkseer Spirit Breaker. Warlock will be TPing bottom to help his Spectre. Shadow Demon and Chen are really great against zoning Spirit Breaker and Darkseer from even getting into the lane. And once MSS, so Shadow Demons sees that Spirit Breaker is going to go cut the wave, he goes towards the Spirit Breaker, starts spamming poison. I think he gets pretty close to feeding first blood here. Just because of the amount of stacks. 8 stacks, 9 stacks. Yeah. And then after that, Chen is actually able to get his purge creep from the camp here, so he's able to purge off the Ion Shell. And this is a huge deal, because obviously Darkseer likes to play with his Ion Shell. And Shadow Demon just able to spam poison like this as much as he wants. And he ends up feeding first blood. Okay. So that lane's won, so that's one out of 3 lanes won. And then if we look down towards bottom, we have Beastmaster here that's in a non-contested lane against a solo Spectre. Chen TPs towards bottom to help him lane as Warlock returns. So Beastmaster's level 3 at 3 minutes, and it doesn't seem like the Radiant have any kind of heroes that can slow him down in the lane. So in this matchup, Beastmaster eventually pulls ahead with while getting CS and while getting experience. So he has 14 CS and Spectre has 19, or yeah, Spectre has 20 CS. And he TPs home and gets instantly recalled by Chen to get some regen. Game gets paused, but at this point, 18 CS on Beastmaster is more than enough to say that this lane has gone even. He's gotten enough experience at this point to get level 6 at a relatively acceptable time. He gets level 6 at around, I think, 8 minutes. Yeah, so he gets level 6 at 7 minutes and 30 seconds, so this is a lane win. So that's 2 out of the 3 lanes that they won. Leshrac rotates towards bottom and they take Spectre's tower at 9 minutes in. And that's exactly what you want to be doing when you have a Beastmaster on your team. So that's 2 out of the 3 lanes they've won. And then if we go back to the matchup mid of Leshrac versus DP, we can take a look at the CS. We have Leshrac with 9 CS and DP with 5 CS. Leshrac also just died, but he's 200 net worth ahead of Death Prophet right now. Now we see 24 CS on Leshrac and 13 CS by Death Prophet. And of course we can probably say this is the lane win. Even though Leshrac died once from a gank, it doesn't matter because Death Prophet has been getting owned by CS. Leshrac is up 10 CS on Death Prophet. And this is the first time he's hit any kind of jungle creeps. And he's gonna pull really far ahead. And at this point the lanes won, I would say. And they won 2 out of the 3 lanes. So we're going to put that as 3 out of the 3 lanes won. And in the span of how long? In the span of 23 minutes, Ford actually just won the game. And then the next game we have, I believe this is game 2. So now in this game we have a Beastmaster that dodges Timber Saw.
30 seconds to battle.
So he sees that Timber Saw's top, rotates towards bottom after he gets the bounty room. And what ends up happening here is that Beastmaster is able to get CS without getting pressured or dying to the Shadow Demon or the Tiny. And seeing as they aggressive tri-laned in this lane, typically the reason why you would ever want to aggressive tri-lane is because you think you have a stronger lane than the opposing team to get kills, but no one actually dies in this lane. And Beastmaster is able to hit creeps. It's not like he's getting zoned from hitting creeps as well. So as we fast forward through this, we can take a look at the CS. Beastmaster is 3 CS, Naga is 10 CS. It does look like they're doing a good job at making sure Beastmaster doesn't get too many creeps, but it looks like he's catching up. And Snake King dies once. And I think that's the only time he ever dies in this tri-lane. He even gets a kill against Shadow Demon, and that brings him back into the game. So again, this Beastmaster gets level 6 at 8 minutes, and he's not pressured at all. He actually TPs towards top to even get a kill on Timbersaw. And I would call this a lane win because Naga is no longer able to sit in the bottom lane after Beastmaster gets level 6. As we can see, Naga's now farming the jungle, or was farming the jungle, and Naga's only level 5. So forward, that's 1 out of 3 lanes that they've won this game. And if we take a look at the top lane as well, we'll take a look at Yoar playing on Slark, and MSS on Rubik that's laning against the Timbersaw. And you go Essence Shift level 1 against Timbersaw, so you can steal stacks, of course. While Rubik's there to just help CS. So we have 16 CS and 7 denies on Slark. Timbersaw ends up dying. Timbersaw is level 5 at this point, but they're also about to hit level 5 on the Radiant side of Slark and Rubik. Slark gets to deny the tower, which is huge. And so at 8 minutes, Timbersaw's died twice. He did take the tower, so that is something for sure, but the tower actually got denied, so they didn't get any kind of net worth advantage off of it. They only get like a little bit of map control, but Yoar still has 34 CS. Timbersaw has 41, but he's died twice. And I called this a lane win, so that's 2 out of the 3 lanes won. And in this game, DP lost mid versus versus Quap because of the tiny gank and Quap ult. So DP actually ends up dying twice in this game in the lane. So that lane was lost. So Forward Gaming once again have won 2 out of the 3 lanes, and they end up winning the game at minutes 30. And now on to the next game. So in this game we have a Slark and Treant versus Spiritbreaker Lina. And Slark is pressured in lane versus the Spiritbreaker charge and Lina auto attacks. He's able to hit creeps but at the cost of regen. So he spends a fair amount of regen and falls 800 gold behind the Spiritbreaker. And Treant also dies shortly after Slark dies once at a certain minute. We'll look at it. So Lina here is just auto attacking Slark over and over again with her max range and her stun. So he dies right there. And now Treant's going to die. He doesn't have Nature's Guys. Treant dies again because of a well-placed sentry from Dire. Spiritbreaker charges back into the bottom lane against the Slark. And now, at this point, Slark is pressured successfully because he can't sit in the lane while he's not level 6. And he's trying to get level 6 as fast as he can right now. But he just missed the whole creep wave right there. And he's not level 6. But Spiritbreaker is also level 6 soon as well. And he ends up rotating out. So Slark has 43 CS, Spiritbreaker has 38 CS, but Slark's also died twice. And Treant's also died twice during the laning phase, so this is a lane win for J-Storm, so that's 1 out of the 3 lanes that they've won. And then we have a Centaur and Shadow Demon. Centaur versus Shadow Demon here. Or Centaur and Shadow Demon, sorry. Versus the Lifestealer and Oracle. I think in a traditional sense, you would think that Oracle is able to counter Centaur just because you can purge off the Retaliate stacks, but they kill Oracle with the Disruption Stomp. He is getting zoned a bit at this point, but if we take a look at it, Centaur's 48, Lifestealer's 47, but also Lifestealer's died once, and Centaur's already level 6. So, and also already has his Vanguard at 8 minutes with Boots of Speed, so that's a really good timing. So this would be a lane win for Beast Coast, so that's 1 out of 3 lanes they won. And then we can take a look at mid at the first 10 minutes of this game. And OD actually beat DP mid this game. Probably because Ryoya just has like a knack for this hero and plays really well on it. Let's say 12 CS to 7 CS. Also 5 denies. 6 denies now. This is the gist of it. We have 32 CS, DPS 22 CS, he's 10 CS up. And 6 denies up as well. So yeah. This lane we can comfortably say that they won. And that is 2 out of the 3 lanes that they won. So they lost bottom, 1 top, and 1 mid. And Beast Coast ended up winning this game at minute 41.